All right, guys, so for many of you that have watched our videos, you may have realized that we just bought an Ioniq 6, a 2023, and right out of the dealership, so driving it home from the dealership, I tried to put navigation information because I wanted to see how the navigation system worked, and it right away came up and told me that my navigation system needed to be updated. So I tried to do the over-the-air update, but it didn't work, didn't do anything, and I'm not sure if over-the-air updates are only available in certain areas. So if you're like me and you got this error coming up that says that your navigation system has to be updated and it won't do over-the-air, then we have to download it. So two things that we need, of course, is a computer. So computer is kind of important. I guess a third thing, computer with internet. And of course, some kind of USB drive. So either a USB stick, or I'm gonna be using an external solid state drive, which I hope should work. I have emptied the drive. Make sure you empty the drive because as far as I know, it's gonna format the drive just to make sure that it's compatible with your car that you're installing the update to. Also, if you have a USB drive or anything, you want to make sure that that USB stick or solid state drive or whatever that it is that you're using is at least 64 gigs in size because it requires that kind of space. So first thing we need to do is go on the computer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to bring up Chrome, which is what I use, and you'll see it here once I move it to the right screen. Here we go. And it's probably going to come up here already, but it's just called Update. You can see it here, update.hyundai.com. Okay, and as far as I know, this is a global page website, so it doesn't matter where you are. I'm in Canada, but if you're in the US or Europe or whatever, you should be fine. You're going to go to Navigation Update or Download right here. Also, at this point in time, if you have your USB stick, it should be installed because you don't want to have to be fumbling around with that later on. It should be plugged into your computer at this point. So we're going to hit start here. And you'll actually see the only question it has is, are you on a Windows computer or are you on a Mac computer? So I'm on a Mac. And at this point in time, you can actually see that I've downloaded it already, but just so you guys can see, for me, it's going to take about a minute, 180 megs. Nice. And that is something that we wait for. So depending on your internet speed, will depend on if it's a minute or if it's longer. Now, just so you know, as I kind of said before, this is kind of part one of the download, right? Because right now it's just installing the software that actually does the actual installs. So this is not the big download. The big download is when it actually has to download the navigation software, which will happen in a minute. So right now I've got about 15 seconds-ish left. So we'll just wait for that to finish and we'll continue. All right, guys, as you can see, we're at the end here. It's 180 megs. For me, it's again, Chrome downloads into the downloads folder. So what I'm gonna do is actually open up that folder. You'll actually notice that I have an installer and an installer 2. It's because I've actually downloaded this already, but I wanted to show you guys. So I can choose either one of these. It should pop up here. Ask for password, which is kind of important. If you don't do this, then you don't get to install it. You will get to choose, this is important, you will get to choose what region you're in. So I'm going to pick Canada because that's where I am, but you can see all the different regions. So yes, Canada. I'm doing it on a Hyundai and I want it in English. And I'm going to accept the terms. Again, if you don't accept the terms, you don't get the update. So it's going to actually install, and it doesn't have a progress bar, but it does have this cool little racy car on a navigation system going toward the check mark, which is kind of neat. And to close, install, click complete. Boom. At this point in time, and at least on my computer, you just kind of hang tight for a minute. It's going to check to see if there's any updates for it. If there are, it will do the update. Once that's done, see it says installation files because there's a program update. So this also is fairly quick, 30 seconds to a minute probably, depending again on your internet speed. So we're just going to let this finish. Yeah, so again, this is all going to be dependent on how fast your computer is. But this is basically just getting all the install files ready and preparing. So you see how it said logging in? I think depending on if you have currently logged into Hyundai's website in the past or not, you may get the option of logging in or doing this as a guest. Because I've logged in previously, I think it's continuing the login. So save the files in a hard disk location. Yeah, downloads, good. That sounds great. You can change it if you wanted to, but I'm fine with where it's going. Hit OK. You can how to find your navigation system software version, right? So this is talking about on the car if you want to make sure that it needs an update. Now for me, I know it needs an update because it keeps telling me to. So I'm going to say OK. Now it's going to ask you what car you have. I'm going to have the Ioniq 6 2023. Good. Okay. And storage location of update files it says it's going here. Now that's not where I actually want it. I've actually got a drive formatted for it, which is this ZX10. So you do want to make sure that you pick the right drive. You'll see it's going to do a data size is 18 gigs, so it's going to download 18 gigs of data off the internet. Now again, this could take a while. 18 gigs depending on your internet, could be again minutes up to hours, but it's going to require 40 gigs for me on this file. This could go up or down again depending on the vehicle and how big the navigation update is. You want to make sure this is a terabyte, so I got lots of space. Download the updated files for the selected vehicle. Simple answer is yes, and it is going to format, right? You see that? It's going to format my USB drive, so make sure you have no data on it that you need. If there is, get it off there. Next. And confirm selection of portable device. It's confirming that it's got more than 32 gigs because 40 doesn't fit on 32. Yep. Use this portable device? Yes. Now the one thing I do wish is that here when it says, are you confirm that it actually asked you again which USB it is, right? I do wish that. Use this portable device. It's defaulted to no, but it says it's going to be formatted, right? I'm going to say yes. Formatting, it says here, formatting will delete all data on the ZX10. Yes? Yes, I've moved it all, so we're good. So now we get a little spinning guy that's telling us that it's beginning its actual probably format. There we go. And we'll get an idea, I guess, of how long this could take. So what I'm going to do is, I have a feeling this is going to take some time. What I'm going to do is actually just let the screen recording run, and then once that's finished, we will continue. So you guys will see this part really fast. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, well, that took longer than I expected. For me, I barely ever broke like 2.5 megs down, which was slow, especially when you're trying to download 18 gigs worth of data. Anyways, finished. I'd say 2 to 3 hours, actually. Latest version of the navigation software has been downloaded. So now you can close the program after deleting temporary files, right? Close the program, open the folder, select another vehicle, etc., etc. I'm going to close the program right there, boom. And if I were to look at that hard drive right now, which is this one here, that is everything that is on it. So not something that you and I want to go farting around with, but this is all the files that are needed to do the update. So let's go out to the car and do the update. Okay, so we are in the car and I'm going to turn this video on so you guys can hopefully see the screen. I'm just going to hand hold it, and it's recording now. And I do not have the right USB cable, so the one thing you have to make sure you have USB-A, not USB-C. So I'll be right back again. Okay, I'm hoping I have a good cable, and honestly, I'm pretty much just hoping that the seat goes back. Mary was driving the car. I'm hoping this works, because they do say like a USB-C or a USB flash drive, which
sort of a flash drive. So I'm going to use this. And as far as I know, all you have to do, and I should turn on my phone again, all you have to do is take your USB, and of course you're going to just stick it in here. So on the Ioniq 6, it's here. On the Ioniq 5, I don't really know where it is. But once it's in there and we tell the car to start, I think it just has to go to the accessory mode. So just like this. It should read that. There it is, right? So it came up on the screen. Update now. I'm going to say yes. And the update will start soon. So it does work on an SSD. And of course, it would work on a USB stick as long as it was more than 64 gigs. So that's excellent. What we're going to do now is wait for this to finish. Because, yeah, I was getting the navigation error saying it was outdated. Hopefully this will be good. I'll fast forward through this part because I'm just going to sit here. Okay, so the system has restarted already. I don't think that it would. Oh, there it goes. So it's actually starting its update. So it does take maybe like 30 seconds or so for the update to kind of start. The update will continue even if the vehicle is turned off. During the update, all features, including the rear camera and audio, are restricted. Now, also realize if the car was off, it would do this, but don't remove the actual USB out of the car, because if you do that, it's a 20 gig file that it's moving. So there's no way it moved 20 gigs in 30 seconds. So this is still pulling off the USB stick. So make sure that it stays plugged in while you're doing the update. All right, I will be back once the update finishes. Okay, so we're back in the car now, and there was, I don't know if you guys see it, there's a little white ball up there, but it was glowing orange, and I have a feeling that may be glowing when the update is happening. It's no longer orange, so we're going to hit the car and see what it says. Yes, all done. Confirm. See, and we got a what's new. Excellent, excellent. For more information on your software, you can click details, I guess. EV route planner. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And done. And I'm guessing at this point I can unplug this. And we're good. Mary has set up her user profile because hers is white where mine is normally not. All right, guys. Anyways, that process, the actual update process, once it started, I would say between 2 and 3 hours. So it is something that you can just kind of leave your car, turn it back off once it starts, and should be an easy update. There you go, guys. Car's updated. I should have navigation that works right now, and hope that helped you guys. All right, I'm out. Later.